Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome now to this Q&A session. We're welcome onto the stage director Sally Potter and actors Riz Ahmed and Simon Akarian. Now, as I'm sure you'll appreciate about this whole question and answer session, the bit where the interactive bit becomes real is that this hasn't ever been done before, and there may be some glitches. Well, I mean, who are we kidding? There are bound to be some glitches, so I hope you will bear with us and be patient, and we'll see how many questions that we can get through from the various sources. There will, of course, be questions possibly here from you in the audience. There'll be questions coming in from SMS and Twitter. We'll have questions to our guests here on the stage. And also, we will be joined via the internet and Skype by, somewhere out in cyberspace, Eddie Izzard, I believe. Nay! Eddie Izzard. Excellent. And also from New York, there will be, she's just come, I believe, from a fashion shoot. Oh, Jude Law first. There we are. And Jude, you're going to be with us, I think, for as long as you can, because Jude is actually going off in about half an hour or so to perform Hamlet on stage on Broadway.
That's right.
So he'll be here and there. And also, Lily Cole is also in New York, somewhere here. Whoa. But Lily has just come from a fashion shoot, so hopefully we will see Lily in a second or two. But there you go. Anyway, let's start. Why don't I start, actually, with a... Oh, back to Jude. Why don't I start with a question which actually has come in via Twitter from Just Saracen. And why not start with you here on stage? How much of the dialogue that we saw there was ad-libbed?
None of it.
None.
It was all, very kind of, just very finely crafted script by Sally. I remember kind of, as we were filming, you know, as actors, you do tend to kind of ad-lib and riff around stuff. And if it was kind of unnecessary, if it was just by force of habit, you know, Sally would kind of come in and we discuss those additions. And more often than not, they were completely unnecessary. So it was just kind of adding things in.
So, and you never use, I mean, ad-libbing is not something that you, I mean, there's another question here that's come in, is asking about rehearsal time, assuming that there might be a degree of improvisation and that there was intensive rehearsal time beforehand.
Well, I think there's two separate things. One is preparation with an actor, when what you're really doing is building a relationship, exploring the character, exploring the themes, and that can include improvisation, loosening up the script a bit, making sure it works, give it a kick here and a shake there. And I'll always accept a suggestion that is better than what I managed to write. Okay. And so there can be, but by the time we come to shoot, we're working with something that's much more precise, and especially in a film like this, which had no cutaways, no intercutting between scenes, we were working to length and with a kind of precision in which the space was there for the actor to work emotionally and deeply, but not necessarily by moving the lines around.
Okay, I'm going to cut you short for a moment there, Sally, because the first question has come in from Dungaravan in Ireland. Hello, would you like to go ahead with your question?
Hi, my question's for Lily Cole. Just which did you find most challenging, acting or modelling? And well done on the film.
Sorry, I lost that last bit there. Acting or? Modelling. Ah, this is for Lily. Okay, this is a question for Lily. So Lily, hello, welcome. Hi.
Can you see me
So, what did you find most challenging? Was it the acting, or is it more challenging than modelling?
I found so far acting more challenging than modelling, but I like challenges, so I'm very good.
Did you find it difficult? We're talking about this element of improvisation, or what? Did you find it difficult just having that one performance direct to camera?
Me?
Yeah.
You saw me? No, I found the experience quite amazing, and I found Sally's process quite amazing. It was so direct, and it was so intimate, and the space in which you were working was so kind of confined, it really, I mean, it was challenging working all those muscles, but you know, I found, yeah, the environment Sally made really kind of conducive to getting the work done.
Simone, you worked with Sally before because you made the film, yes. But obviously this was a different experience. It was just for each one of you. It was just the two of you together, Sally behind the camera, and you as the actor. A particular intensity then?
Always. It's always the first time with Sally. I mean, I don't think that it was something new for me. I mean, the form was new, the being, like when she says, Lily, it was an intimate moment with Sally. It was indeed, and no other partner than she. So it was a new obstacle to overcome. Obstacles is the specialty of Sally, artistically.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, we've got a question now from the Scala Cinema, and it's Alex Clark. And this is a question for Sally.
Yeah. Good afternoon. This is for Sally. I'm Alex Clark. Does a continued preference for the choice of beautiful people to front the media encourage a more voyeuristic, enclosed way of viewing?
Sorry, Alex, can we have the first part of that question again? We got the beautiful people from the media. Oh, Sally got it, okay.
I think I got it. I think what you were saying was that is looking at this film on mobile phones and on the internet a more enclosed, private, almost voyeuristic way of viewing than viewing in a big cinema. Did I get that right, more or less? Well, even if I didn't, maybe I'll try and answer it. I think that what viewing on a mobile phone does is it's almost like looking at a miniature. You have to focus. You bring your attention into like a rabbit hole that you enter into and can go into, and you can hold this thing, this film, in your pocket, in your line of vision, but you can also cluster around it. That's what I saw a couple of days ago people doing with their mobile phones. And I don't think that means that it will replace the big theatrical experience or being in a big group, but it will afford a more intimate and more direct access to films in a way that hasn't been there before, not least because it's free of charge.
Okay, we've got a question now for Jude, and this is from TC. Hi, Jude. This is from TC off Twitter.
To look at the camera because it's so delayed, so I'm just listening to you.
Okay, you can hear me okay?
I can hear you very clearly, yeah.
Good, excellent. Well, TC wants to know, can you describe how you dealt with the fact that Minx is a man dressed as a woman pretending to be Eastern European but really American? TC suggests this is just such a lot of layers to figure out that, must have been a challenge.
It was a challenge. But that's why it was such an exciting project and part to take on. Initially, obviously, the first thing that struck me and that Sally and I discussed was this creation that was Minx. And I think it's important to say that we both agreed it wasn't a man in drag, it wasn't a man pretending to be a woman, it was very much a creature, a creation that was sort of almost non-sexual, or if it was sexual, then it was both male and female. And that was great fun. Creating that creation, and we looked at Lee Bowery and a lot of fantastic imagery from the past, affecting makeup and hair and so on. But until we actually sat down and tried things on, it was hard to work out what would actually be effective. And then, obviously, in the text is the reveal of the real person underneath this creation. And once we had him, I called him Max, although he's not named in the film. Once we had him, it was quite easy, I suppose, to put on the performance. It was very liberating because Minx is this assumed, powerful, potent, and very freeing kind of creation. So it was great to do. I think going back to a question before, and indeed something that Lily was saying, the most exciting and intimate part of the whole project was working so closely with a director that Sally was operating the camera. You were speaking